Hi Aries, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective reading. Now, apologies that this hasn't been out earlier. I have been experiencing technical issues, so I was only able to get half of my Celtic Cross readings out. I do apologise about that. So today we're doing a Celtic Cross reading. It's a bit different to a normal self-reflection because I couldn't be bothered to do self-reflections this month. Just putting it out there, it's one of those where I want to try something different, so I'm going to do you a Celtic cross. Um, Now, obviously, I'm going to try and change up my offerings a little bit this year. So, if you've got any ideas on what kind of readings you'd like to hear, please pop them in the comments. All readings, I will look at all of the suggestions. So, I'm looking to potentially swap the self reflection and the finance, potentially not every month, just every other month, possibly. Um, just mixing them up a little bit. Just want to swap everything around, or mix it up. And if I don't get any suggestions, then I'm potentially going to just have a look at a couple of different spreads. I'm still going to do the monthly offering along with a love because everybody seems to love the love readings. But yeah, so let's get on with it for you. So I'm going to start with pulling an angel number for you to give us an overall feel of the read. So Spirit, can we get an angel number for Aries, please? Now these are massively hard to shuffle and to get a card for, so I am going to split the deck. So we've got 666 reflection. Pay attention to your thoughts. It's time to wake up to your higher spiritual truth. So very much think about what you're thinking about. If you're obsessively thinking over something, be careful on what you're thinking of because you could manifest it. So very much pay attention to those thoughts and yeah, wake up to your higher spiritual truth. So know what it is that you want, what's good for you. And if you're thinking in a negative way, be careful because you could, those self-fulfilling prophecies and all. Right, let's get into it. So let's get your cards for your Celtic cross. So you want to go first. In fact, I know it wants to be the cover, but it's the first card out. No, I'm going to put it back as the cover. I'll read it both ways for you, just in case. Okay. Okay, so to be fair, it doesn't look too weird either way around. So if you were to have the lovers, so I know it came out to the side and it suggested to me, or it told me it wanted to be the cover. It didn't want to be the first card out, it just come out like that. But if we do the lovers as your first card, it's very much suggesting that you are feeling disconnected. You don't know if you've made the right choice, whether you've made the wrong choice on something, and you're feeling out of harmony, disconnected, possibly separated from somebody that you love as well, possibly feeling like you don't know whether or not you're ever going to get into a relationship. And your obstacle is basically getting out there and socializing. If we do the lovers as your first card and the Three of Cups as a cover. Um, Now, if it's the other way around, which is how very much how it suggested it felt like to me on as they popped out, the Three of Cups is telling me that you feel lonely, that you don't know whether or not you're ever going to get out there, potentially meet people. You don't know if you're going to feel happy, whether you've got anything to celebrate about, and your obstacle is getting in harmony and making choices and doing things that are in harmony with you and finding things that you love. So, very much to me, either way, it fits. So, I don't think it matters which one of those is what. It it suggests to me that you're feeling lonely within yourself. You feel disconnected either way around. And that what you need, part of your obstacles is getting out there, meeting people, possibly telling somebody that you're in love with them, maybe making certain choices that are better for your higher self. Now, you could also be subjecting yourself to a bit of drinking because the Three of Cups, when it's in the reverse, it can also be very much a card of overindulgence. So maybe you are overindulging in certain things, possibly alcohol. There are other overindulgences, let's face it. It could also be suggesting that you don't know whether or not you made the right choice about something. Um, Maybe there's been a third party influence going on within your life and it has caused you to choose something that you're now not happy with. You may feel like you've made the wrong choice. You may feel like you were influenced in a certain way, and your obstacle is very much about getting rid of those third party influences, doing things that are for yourself, balancing your own needs and wants out. And that's very much suggesting to me what's going on here. Now, in your goals, you're very much wanting to have emotional fulfillment. Now, this is independent emotional fulfillment as well. It's very much you feeling happy, you feeling content on your own. So it's not even suggesting that, yes, you're feeling lonely and that but you want to feel happy within yourself. You want to have that emotional fulfillment. Yes, a lot of people will go, that's wish fulfillment. But it's all about you having that within yourself, not relying on someone else to give that to you. So it suggests to me that you're very much wanting that independence. You want to be able to make those decisions yourself, making those decisions within harmony within yourself, and knowing that you're happy with the choices that you've made. And that's very much suggesting to me that that's what you actually want. You want to be happy with things that you've done, the decisions that you've been making. Now, the reasons behind this, we have a King of Swords. So it suggests to me a little bit that you've been going through a bit of a transformation. Potentially, you're seeing a lot of truths behind certain things. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about certain things. It could even be that you've been manipulated in the past as well. That King of Swords, if he was in the reverse, it's very much a card of being manipulated, lied to, um, somebody that's got great communication that will get exactly what they want regardless of anyone else around them. In the upright, it's very much finding truths, speaking those truths, being in sticking within your integrity, um, very much being somebody that is, yes, they're a bit stoic and they're a little bit cold with emotions and they keep everything within, but they're still very articulate with the way they communicate and they're very honest and truthful and they're very trustworthy. So it suggests to me that you've been going through some sort of transformation where you've been learning a lot of truths. The reason why I say transformation is on this particular card, there's a dragonfly right here, and dragonflies are a sign of transformation. So it does suggest that there's been a period of transformation for you where you started seeing certain things, possibly about yourself. Maybe you were even manipulating yourself, lying to yourself about certain things, and you're starting to come out of that. You're starting to see now a bit more clearer, and that is very much why you want wish fulfillment. You want that, you know, emotional happiness. You want to be happy with the decisions that you make. Now, in the past, it does suggest to me that you have been on your own for a while. You've been doing a lot of contemplating, which is where all this transformation comes from at the end of the day. You've very much been seeking solitude, potentially, having a deep dive within yourself, but you were feeling a bit lonely. And now, it could be that you may have been within a relationship and you were feeling lonely in a relationship, and then you've gone into some sort of third party. We do have a nostalgic card here in the future. So it is suggesting to me that possibly you may have made a wrong choice, and now in the future you might be feeling a bit nostalgic. The Six of Cups can also suggest a return of somebody from the past. But yeah, it does look to me as though you've been doing a lot of contemplating, a lot of deep thinking, potentially about feeling slightly alone on certain things as well. And yeah, it's caused you to make some sort of choice that you're not particularly happy with. Um, and it's causing you a lot of regret and you're feeling very nostalgic. Potentially you want somebody from the past to come back. It could just be that you want this happy energy from the past. Maybe you were in a relationship previously. Maybe you were just feeling really happy back in childhood. And it's suggesting to me that, you're very much wanting to return to those happier feelings, that more innocent, playful energy of the past here, going forward. Now, how you're looking at things, we've got a tower. So you're very much radically changing ideas, and not necessarily just ideas, your personal philosophies, your personal beliefs. You're radically changing them. You're very much changing your opinions, changing your mindset, and you're still going through this massive transformation. So whatever's happened here with your foundation and this transformation, this hermit, sitting deep thinking energy, you're still going through transformation. It's still happening. You've not come to the end of this transformation, but it's very much of you've got that mindset of change. You're happy to have change. You want change. You're happy to shake things up within your own life, and you're just going for it. And it's very much of you're you're just yeah, you're very much shaking things up. You're very much changing everything, not everything, but things that you're not happy with. You're breaking it down and you're changing it up, which is absolutely fantastic, to be honest. A lot of people are scared of tower cards, but this tells me that you're embracing it. You're very much embracing that change. I don't think tower cards are anything to be scared of, because you come out the other side better off and stronger for them. Now, how other people are viewing things, and how they're influencing or interacting with the situation. So we've got a Three of Swords. So they're very much, somebody may have been in a lot of pain, but they're coming out of that. So if you see something to do with somebody from the past, they've done a lot of healing. They've learned a lot of things themselves. This could even be how people are seeing you, and they're seeing you healed and very much moving forward. But it does feel to me that someone has potentially been heartbroken over a particular situation. They are coming out of it. So to me, it's all about how they're impacting on you. You might even be seeing you might be seeing someone being healed after a heartbreak. And it could very much be that you're looking at them going, I can do that too, and you're potentially taking inspiration from this particular person and healing yourself. Maybe you're changing things up because you're seeing them change things. To me, it feels very much like an ex, possibly. It might not be, it could be anybody. If you've come out of a relationship and you're missing that person, but you're seeing them moved on, you're seeing them feeling happy and healed, it could be a catalyst for yourself to get yourself feeling happy and healed. But this is very much energy that I don't think you're realizing how this person's impacting on you. So whoever it is that has healed, I don't think you realize that they're impacting on on how you're doing things. So I do feel it's very much you're seeing somebody. Maybe that's why you're getting this nostalgic feeling in the future, because you're seeing somebody healed, and it could be swaying you to potentially, you might be seeing, or it might be triggering happier memories of happier times for you, for when you may have felt more healed, or when you've remembered this person being happier and healed. It could be triggering certain things. But they're definitely causing you to want to change, whatever it is. But I don't think you're registering it. It's like, it feels to me like you don't even know that they're impacting you. It's very much an invisible impact. It just feels like you don't recognize that they're healed, or you've not necessarily seen it, or maybe you just assume that they're healed, and it is causing you to want to better yourself. Now, in your hopes and fears, we've got a Four of Pentacles. So you very much want to release something. You're very much wanting to release things that you've been holding on to. And I'm assuming that they are potentially things that you want to change up within your tower. So emotions, potentially people, something that you feel has kept you stable in the past. But at the same time, you're very scared of releasing it. You're scared of what that could mean. You're scared of what the future holds. Now, it could be as well that you're scared of having a lack of finances too here. The Four of Pentacles can be somebody that is losing finances when he's in the reverse. I don't feel like that though. I do feel like you're just worried about not being particularly stable. I feel like you're worried that when you've done a lot of transformation and a lot of healing for yourself, any releases that come with it, you don't know how you're going to react to it. You don't know how stable you're going to be. Now, we do have you juggling a lot in your outcome as well. So it does look like you're going to be juggling a few things. This is very much telling me, though, that you do need to be careful with your juggling, because you might take on too much of something. Now, that could be, a mix of work and home life. It could be maybe you channel too much into work because you're scared of having instability. Maybe you're then looking to grab extra money, so you're working more. But this is suggesting to me that you do need to make sure that you are balanced. You need to make sure that you've got that healthy balance within yourself, and that you are aligned within yourself, which at the end of the day is very much what this Lovers was with the challenge. It's making the choices that are beneficial for yourself. It is very much being in unity with yourself and being harmonized. And the Two of Pentacles at the end of the day, to me, very much represents harmony, balancing things out, being in harmony with yourself, whether it is, your heart and your head, whether it is work life, home life, it's all talking about you being in balance. And this is suggesting that you could still be a little bit out of balance, but it's something that it just basically means you've still got a little bit to work on. But with you going through this tower, and you're embracing towers, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue for you. It could very much be, though, that you are a little bit too much out of balance because you're focusing too much on the past and happy memories from the past. So potentially, instead of learning your lessons and moving forward, you could get stuck in a bit of nostalgia here, and it could just be throwing you slightly out of balance there. Potentially living in the past, not necessarily moving forward, dealing with the future. Right, let's get you some Moonology cards, so we can see if we can give you a bit of a timeline of when the biggest things are going to happen. So when you're going to be possibly hitting some towers, when this Six of Cups, this, when you're going to potentially have your Two of Pentacles. So we've got a full moon eclipse. So conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, and bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So new moon in Aquarius is actually very soon. That is the 29th of January. The new moon in Scorpio. So some of this could have already happened. Potentially, obviously, your past, your foundation, potentially. So the next full moon in, new moon in Scorpio isn't until the 20th of November. So you may have found that it's already happened during the last full moon, new moon in Scorpio. I don't know why I keep saying full moon. If there is a full moon in Scorpio, you're looking around in middle of May. So, if that one was due to come out as well, just putting that out there. The new moon eclipse we've got on the 21st of August. Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry, that's a new moon. I want a full moon. The full moon is on the 7th of September. So, yeah. So if you're potentially looking at you working, or yeah, bringing love into your situation, very much loving yourself, January, end of January, you possibly have some sort of conclusion. You've either been, well, I think you've been working through your fears. I think that's very much what this Hermit is. And your King of Swords. And I think this is something that you may have already started last year, potentially. And very much having that conclusion of what's going on. Potentially hitting that Two of Pentacles, possibly around the 7th of September. Now, it could all be different. Like I say, they're just indicators, but it could be other ways around. Maybe the conclusions were you cutting things out, learning things, and you could be coming to the end of it on the 29th of January. You could even be getting to the end of it on the 20th of November. So just bear in mind, those time scales, those dates, they're not set in stone. They're just indicators potentially of when it could happen for you. So yeah, just bear that in mind. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aries. That's what I've got for you. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press that notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. And like I say, any suggestions you've got for other reads, please pop them in the comments. I will be reading through them all and having a look to see what else I can bring into my offerings. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck.